Well, it's been a while. I keep dropping my wrist rest. There. It has been quite a while since the last time I've streamed this game. But, as I've said off stream, I have done a lot of off-screen grinding. Which was a little boring, but you know. As you can see. I don't know what level I was before, but like I have 7 skill points, so maybe it was 65. I got to do a good amount of level up, so let me actually see here. I think let's go for that. Get these 4 here. The charge attacks are pretty darn nice. Cool. I think there was these here. Nice. Cool. And these arrows aren't too useful. And these item storage would be nice. I think I got all the, well, there's also animation canceling here. And let me double check. I got rope. I could craft a good amount of the armor. Oh, right. Anything that's arm paralysis. That one doesn't matter too much. Let's see. Red poison resistance. Whatever. Paralysis, whatever. Arm injury. Meh. Just trying to save on weight here. This is when me taking all of this off. It's like, yeah, you know what? We're just spawning all the enemies that do all this mess to you. I got a decent amount of salt. Telescope. Okay. These are only 100 grams each. That's probably fine. Oh, yeah, the thing I wanted to look at again. I could craft the armor upgrades right now. Is this even pointed at me properly? There we go. I could towards down here. I have a good amount of parts. I'm just doing a bunch of grinding. But I need the bone stuff here, which requires me getting more explosive stones, which all of that is on the 5th layer. I still haven't saved that dude on the 3rd layer, so maybe I should. Just to get that out of the way. But yeah, my plan is to, at the very least, sort of recover my 3 hours of this. Well, we'll see. We'll see if I have the energy to do that. That 3rd layer dude has been having the time of his life, yeah. Permanently. Just there with a broken leg. Oh, finally. Do what I'm actually. Let's see about this charge attack. Yeah. It's just a nice spin attack. It does a lot of damage. Big damage in one swing saves more durability, but now with having sort of durability normally increased should be darn solid now. Check the map. Yeah, I was here. Rockslide Hall. Yeah, there's exactly one thing here. It's just the fact that there is a timeline where I saved them super early on, but I had to give that up because I couldn't get out. Third layer just kind of sucks. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people playing this game drop the game around this point, because it is quite a difficulty spike. Especially with those annoying flying enemies. I mean, at this point, I could probably handle a couple hits. But you do multi-hits that hurt a lot, and if that doesn't kill me, the getting knocked off the cliffside would. It's the third layer, the wall of death you were chilling at for a while. Yeah. Feels like I was streaming the wall for like a week. We're back again. Well, I have to do more. Well, I was also here a lot because of turtle grinding. Murder 100 turtles for my enjoyment, please. So the guild ordered that. Here we are. Oh. It's gonna go down. What a time for my net to go down, if that is the case. No? OBS just sort of freaked out. That was neat. Oh well. I have my recording timer. Well, anyways. Yeah. I was kind of here a lot either way off stream too when I was doing a bunch of the murderings. I guess the turtles weren't too bad. There's a lot of turtles, so even like the kill 100 of them wasn't too horrible. Doesn't save on the monotony of it all though. Yeah, I don't know why the stream went down for a second. OBS just sort of doing OBS things. Challenge for me is trying to find out which cave it was where that dude is at. I remember it being on the more left side of the cliffside, but... Is there one running out of there? Sorry, okay. I do have a bit more of a bit more confidence in my character right now because I probably have like doubled HP as I had the first time I was here, maybe more. Should I put down some rope? I'll set it just in case. I think by interacting with them, it's like, oh, you. You also find a thing that they require. Let's go through a different entrance here. So you can't just get the MacGuffin he needs to be saved. You need to talk to him first. How many more of these 3D games that have more in-depth maps? Or, whoa, okay. I could handle rocks falling on my head, I guess. That's good to know. I want to let go. I want to let go. Thank you. Jeez, I took 2 free hits from those boulders. Okay. Kind of lost my train of thought because I thought I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm dead. Part of me wishes some of this stuff would stay. It's like watching a Little Big Planet. I love just seeing the obstacles spawn in. Yeah, probably the largest thing that's helped a lot from getting these rank ups is the type 4 rations. Kinda OP food wise. Just need like good handful of those. Even like 10 of that, it's like way less than having traditional food items. And you can just bring salt to process any other beasts. Which, at least from defeating all the deer-like things like the horn criers, yes? Defeating a whole whack ton of those netted me a whole ton of meat. So even though the rations are nice, they were kind of burning through my money for a bit until I was like, okay, fine, I should make use of me having infinite food. The heck? Do I survive that? No, that's... No. That would not be smart, because there's literally nothing over there. That's backtracking. I'm a bit paranoid after screwing up my work schedule once. Let me look at my... Yes, for sure I have work on New Year's Eve. This is actually recent. Getting a lot of coal part emails, new vehicles. I mean, I only kind of really care if it's... Yeah. Yes, you get at least that time and a half. It's just 4 hours. Just kind of like the bare minimum I think they could allocate around this time. Or double or whatever holiday pay is. Huh. Did I even get holiday pay? I don't think it was mentioned of like, like years before it was like, yeah, everybody that works on Black Friday weekend gets an extra $1 an hour or whatever. I don't think I got that. That would be nice. It would be real nice. I don't know. I honestly kind of think that the particular retail store where I am is only being kind of withheld, or not withheld, being, what's the proper word? being sustained by like one individual because there's a cashier that is extremely good at getting credit apps. And that dude is like leagues of bounds to other people when it comes to getting credit apps. Like when people get like handful of tens, he gets like hundreds of applications. Don't know how he does it. He's probably just a really good salesman. But I'm pretty sure with all that credit, is credit. He's paying for my work. I say it jokingly, but it kind of feels real at times. Just seeing on like, congratulations, ex employee for becoming Emerald rank or whatever new rank day event for like having the next tier up in credit applications. Where did this lead? Okay. Wait, it could have been this one. Yeah, even though, yeah, most in the past holiday pay's been like an extra $1. Ow. I found him! How has this man been alive for this long? I don't know.
足を負傷してしまって一人で歩けないのだ。手当てをするために何か添え木のようなものを見つけてきてくれない。
Now, it would be a lot easier if I could just craft one, but I need to find one. I literally have healing that I use to heal my ailing bones. Why can't I do that to him? Whatever. Yeah, let's see. It's gonna be fun fighting him again afterwards, but... Pretty sure it was in a cave straight down. I have a semblance of a landmark now where he is. I think. This is where I lose him again. So not this way. I remember being in a big cave. Is this one? Yeah, this is why I kind of appreciate the 3D maps of Prime. Because it's just like, oh yeah, it's over here. Oh. Oops. I guess in me getting a lot stronger, I've become a lot more reckless. Yeah, no, not this cave. I got to heal up though. Jeez, man. These bugs. They're ruthless. think that one over there is a teleport. Could it be that cave right there? Let's see. Ah, dang it. No, 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 no. Butterflies, please. Please. Getting more graphical bugs. That's great. That's great. Jeez, man. Okay. Down and around. Here. Okay. There we are. Think. Don't know why it has to be here, but whatever. Find a rope. Rope is the middle where I went up. It's that one. I think it's straight up here. I'm a little stuck. Yay. Finally saved this man. You seemed fine on your own for like forever.
そんな感じだ。包帯を強く巻いてくれ。よし。これでなんとか一人でも歩けるぞ。そろそろ暗くなりそうだ。今日はここで野営をしないか。そうか。シーカーキャンプのマルルクちゃんが私の捜索依頼を出してくれたのか。あの子は本当に優しくていい子なのだよ。シーカーキャンプに戻ったら君の方からマルルクちゃんによろしく伝えてくれよ。
Texas off the thing.
君のおかげでこうして一人で歩けるようになったんだからね。確かにマルルクちゃんには心配をかけてしまったな。わかった。君の言う通り、一旦シーカーキャンプまで戻るとしよう。
And he was gone.
君の言うことを聞くつもりだったのだが、すまない。やはり私はこのまま探掘を続けるよ。マルルクちゃん宛ての手紙を書いたので、あの子に渡してもらえると助かる。それでは、またアビスのどこかで生きて会いたいものだ。
Yeah, I can't wait to find this man's corpse later.
相手のムクロを見つけることもあるだろう。その時は、私が君を、あるいは君が私を弔うことにしようじゃないか。
Cheers to the life of the abyss. Yep. Alright. Pretty sure there's a teleport around here. Unless, pretty sure. Oh, wait. Oh. So there's a layer. Oh. I thought I had to go to the ends of crap in order to teleport. Huh. Always learning stuff. 50 hours in. 40. I don't know. I don't think the in-game time is very accurate because it doesn't count gameplay time upon death. So that probably just means I've been dying a lot. I believe it. Hours of death. Yep, that sounds right. Okay. Off we go. Okay.
僕への手紙ですか？
Yes.
こんな風に僕手の手紙をもらうことなんてあんまりないんですよ。何が書いてあるんでしょう。でもこうして安否が分かった上に手紙までもらえて
Yeah, thanks for
嬉しい
sending
です。
somebody to help me. I'm
遭
going
難した
back
後
into
どうなったか
the
わか
pit
ら
of
ない場合
death.
がほとんどですから。どうしたんですか？もしかしてあの探掘家の方を連れ戻せなかったことを気にしてるんですか？そんなの無理ですよ。アビスの魔力に取り憑かれた探掘家っていうのは誰にも止められないですからね。だから僕、みんなが一日でも長く探掘を続けられるよう
I kind of realize I like how this armor sort of
少しでも皆さんの助けになれるように
mirrors my whistle and
僕にでき
my
ることって
Baptiste
そ
whistle.
れぐらいしかありま
Somewhat.
せんから。
Wait, did I need to kill these crabs still? These zero ones. Just poke at them. Azir, yes. More stuff for me to do off stream. At this point, I don't think the quests are even. Well, doubt there's actually a Chibo for them, but they've been really, really good experience. That's how I was able to come back, but the +7 skill points, or yeah, that what you call it, skill points, I think. Oh. I'm here with my type 4 rations, please. Thank you. I think I could just go straight back down. Okay. I need to gather fiery stones still. So I can upgrade my armor. Was it 21 of them or something? Maybe less? Pretty confident that it's less because I already have a good amount from the last time I gathered, but it wouldn't hurt to have more. I've not gone over there. Sea Corpses 1 and 2. We have Sea Corpses 1. Oh, I have not gathered a lot of stuff here. Okay. Let's just do some gathering then. Crunch, 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 crunch. Knowing the little bit that I know about sound design and all that, I wonder if they just like use like cornstarch or something to make the crunching snow noises. It does have that sort of similar noise to it when compressed enough. I wonder if there are any other powders that could be used for that. Cornstarch is probably the cheapest one, because corn. But there's also like a line of creativity when it comes to sound design that I got no clue about. Yeah, I need to kill those guys. At least I'm pretty sure. Head tail, yep. Sorry, buddy, on the list. You know, you kind of think I'd be like really good at those after like going through the Shenmue trilogy, but there's a reason why I'm not at any tech shooters, I guess. My reaction speed isn't ever very high. I'm happy being the spotter. Oh, they got guns. They got guns. They're over there. There's guys here. These guys are very Metroidy. Let's see. Do you guys drop anything? You guys drop limber scales? I guess they are, like, jellyfish. Okay. Well, that'll at least sustain me for a bit. Thankful there's a different resource for limber scales, because I was not a fan of fishing for them. At least the tough scales were pretty easy by comparison. Maybe it's also just the fact that now that I have double carves, it's always a bit higher of a chance for me to have the opportunity to get some scales. Ugh. Am I gonna have to climb that? Actually, how am I doing? Oh, wait. Okay. I think for now I shall craft the fish. Have that equipped. I scan these guys. Yep. Oh man, there's shinies up here. Of course there are. Well, what I'm looking for are not shinies, but... Oh yeah, they're like octopus spiders. Ahoy, Gilly, how it do? Whoa. Everywhere I go, these butterflies exist to try to knock me down. Not getting out of the incendiary stones. I should probably go into that nook up there. Oh, oops. Ha ha ha. Oops. Whoopsie daisy. I might be dead here. Covering my humanity. Give me a sec. Blow the flash again. Yeah. Whoops. Doubly compounded of losing my humanity for a second there, alongside getting mauled by butterflies. That sucked. Oh well, at least I know these guys give a good amount of food. I kind of wish, if there was one thing I wish from this, that this game had, was like an extra equipment slot for some passives. Like, can I have the passive that, I don't know, like, and about torch. That would've been nice, especially for the dark. Maybe it's just me thinking of abiotic factor in other games of just being like, yeah, I kind of wish I just could equip something to make things a bit more tolerable. Have a torch for small enemies and also has a small illumination device. Still should probably get to work on that script, but guess I'm kind of, maybe it's a bad thought process, but I'm kind of just waiting for a spark of inspiration to like start working on that. I don't know. Maybe. POV, this feels like outside right now. A lot of the snow that fell last night didn't really stick, but, well, I don't think it was. Probably thanks to the rain, that probably helped. I've not gone outside yet to really inspect the damage of the weather doing a 180 overnight, but just kind of hoping there's no ice outside. Yep, gotta be careful. I don't turn into bunny, I turn into death. Of course, these things are like guaranteed to be just enough to... Ooh. Start that up. I think I also need to murder those guys over there. Also trying to mentally plan out this week. I don't know, the week always feels a bit shorter whenever there's like, oh yeah, I'm going out with the ledge on Friday, yippee! So I just get hyper focused on, yeah, Friday. Yeah, maybe I should have been a bit more, whatever. Gifts be gifts. I'm gonna have to, the gifts are a bit heavier this year than the previous ones. Oh, finally, things I need. I need those stones. Maybe tonight I'll actually... Oh, I'll see. I'm pretty sure I don't have abuelita hot coffee, but... I think it was just kind of more of an effect of Madaid and his health. Because with how he is right now, he is not allowed to have overly sugary things, which, to his dismay, includes his favorite Coca-Cola, because he loves Coca-Cola. But he cannot have that because it's very sugary and has a lot of caffeine. And Abuelita kind of has, Abuelita hot chocolate has a lot of caffeine in it. And it's quite sugary. Guess they would sell it around here at one of the stores, huh, if I really wanted that. That's a thought, ain't it? Braving the new winter winds so that I could have some hot chocolate for a silly Polar Express movie. I'd say that's worth, maybe. Yeah, I guess if my chair keeps deteriorating more and becomes more and more uncomfortable to sit in, I may, I don't know. I felt it was a bit healthier for me to actually be standing up for some of the VR titles I was streaming. 'Cause, man, I was standing up a lot. Well, standing up, oh, that's even then, I think I, like, shuffle here and there in order not to, you know, like, keep that circulation going, I guess. But there has been a lot of updates for a lot of the train mods. Oh, I thought these guys were a different enemy. Oh. My quandary is whether or not... Dang it. They've been updated for... VR or not, so I don't know. It's been a whole Western pack that somebody was working on, which is pretty neat. Lots of old-timey Western narrow gauge trains. Small little fellas. Dang, that'd be a cool thought, huh? Yeah, I should probably note that. I should probably note that for my my cousin. Once there's no way he is nowhere near old enough to hopefully use VR yet, but I could probably, you know what? I could probably just send a message to my uncle about that. Be like, yeah, there's this cool game that once your boy gets older, you should look into, because it no. If I had Deer Valley as a kid, my gosh, I'll probably just burn my eyes out playing that all the time. Growing up, I always wanted the like, what do they call it? Like Train Z or something? I always wanted those simulators. Kid Joe probably would have been stuck in Trainverse 24/7. Yep. Yeah, probably. guess there's always that thing of signing up to work at a rail yard, but Kinchi am all too good at physical labor. I wonder why. You wonder. I mean, I could do it. It's just I'd rather not. It is a hard world. Well, I don't get heavily bruised as I used to working in the docks, but still happens every once in a while. I guess it's just sort of learning how not to get hurt as frequently. Are you still alive? What? That'd be getting paid to get strong, though. It is true. I think when I did look into like the being a subway driver or a what's the proper term? A railway operator. Yes. Yeah, being an operator requires you to have at least 1 year, or within that year you get like training to become an operator. Yeah. But that would have to force me to most likely conquer or at least withstand my fears of heights and high voltage stuff. I mean, I don't think these are irrational fears, but... And rail yards aren't entirely known for treating the workers right, so... Yeah. How many things have I gathered here? Can I just come back to this? No, it's actually 3 things. But then there's always the other thing when I talk to my mom about it, because she was kind of expecting me to go into the mechanics field after getting blue poison, getting that mechanics course. But my professor had repeated multiple times that no, that is not. It's not really the plan of this. Like I would rather you guys be entrepreneurs, or mechanic entrepreneurs. Because he used to recommend his students, his alumni, to some mechanic shops, but they would horribly mistreat all his students, so he's like, nah, I'm just not gonna do that anymore. But yeah, my mom always would argue, like, yeah, but no place is gonna treat you properly, treat you well. But it's kind of like, well, if I'm, why would I stay in a workplace that that is actively hostile, you know? Maybe that's oh oh no, that's Josie's woke opinions. If you work somewhere, they should at least, if you want to work somewhere and stay there, they should at least treat you right. Funny Josie and his woke ideals. Silly Joe. To start your own thing and not work at like AutoZone, basically. Well, that's different. I mean, most AutoZone does these days. It's just like, hey, you want to borrow my scanner? Cool, there you go. Huh. Another mechanic type place, yeah, because there's a ton of mechanic spots around here. Like my professor would talk about, like, yeah, I worked here, I worked there for a little bit, yeah, that place sucked. Yeah, down here. Yeah, makes sense. At least he straight up tells you not to get mistreated working for someone else. Yeah, I mean, well, it comes more from him trying to, because he is teaching by setting an example, because he himself is technically an entrepreneur. He only rents out the garage where he works at, and essentially does commissioned work for just for anybody really. Oh, stanky base. Holy crap, that's 125. Oh. Going too soon. What? This isn't the bottom portion of it. Water crystals. What? There's not a gathering spot here? Hmm. Or a gathering quest here? Yeah, I mean, I did shadow my mechanics professor, and yeah, I am very much still very green in terms of everything mechanics, of course, because, you know, that's why I wanted to learn about it, because I am very much green, and my only knowledge comes from watching people on YouTube. But the hands-on training was pretty nice, although it just further taught me that, yeah, I should probably get some upper body strength. Water crystals too. Are these just connection points? Hmm. I see. Be proud of me. I'm cooking a real, real mean meal. A real meal. A real mean? A real meal. Mean meal. Yippee. What would be a mean meal? Would that be a smash burger because you like pounding the crap out of the meat? Be yelling at the chicken while I saw the part. The Gordon Ramsay just like it's just raw. Just smashes the fish patty. Very good for that. Probably. I'm feeling a bit lazy. That's why I do more funny stuff when I'm doing Pokemon. And they're like, well, I'm already technically at my PC. I don't need to reorientate my chair. That was a whole era, wasn't it? Just watching, because I felt like YouTube super heavily promoted Gordon Ramsay's hotel video stuff. I mean, they were extremely entertaining, but like, man, someone behind the scenes must have been paying off YouTube a whole ton to get those promoted. It's raw! Obliterate salmon. That poor salmon. There's salmon fillet. What the hell is real good? Yeah. I also became a vocal stem for Vinny because he kept saying, Majeka Shiben. Because of, Is that actually real? Do black lights do that? I don't know. And being a heathen and microwaving a rice though. Oh. I can't talk. I need to. I guess if I were to ever move out, I'd want to actually have a good rice cooker, because, man, I don't think I've had proper rice in... Well, I only have proper rice in restaurants, but usually it's just stovetop. Because I don't want to clean the rice cooker. Oh. Okay, we got 3 spots together. I'm hoping I have enough to at least upgrade a new part of my armor. Keep these, they sound important. Can't you cook rice by microwaving? there are kits for that. Or at least, I've come across them. Why do it smell like food? I mean, there's a rice function in the microwave. Isn't that the whole thing of like... Oh, these are popcorns. Like, don't push the popcorn button. Don't do that. No. But why? Oh well, I make my popcorn on stovetop, so the microwave cannot tell me what I cannot and can do. Cool. I need 9 more stones. Go check my microwave. Is it gonna be as good as rice cooked by? No. No. But 'tis rice. 'Tis nice. Is there anything I could, oh, I need to buy more salt. Mine can only cook potato. Gilly over here with the fancy microwave. My gosh. Which one of those slurps is raw chicken out of the bowl? Ugh. So, so good, so tasty. So good. Yeah, yeah, I saw what you sent me, Lou. Oh, I don't know. I thought of returning back to school, even if it was for free, just sort of like, If it does land me a job at a funny remote, funny remoteness as you do, would I still have to take credits? I guess I could take fully remote stuff. For der resume what brain-like learn. Wow. Someone knows a myth. It's so much butter. Must be good. That be tuna? No, I guess tuna would be sister if you go by Mexican, like, A-O things. Sharpedo, yes. Wait. Maybe. I don't know, this... When it comes to thinking about school again, it's just sort of like, well, how much of my credits would just be like, nah. Pretty nice that you did those classes, but they don't, we don't accept those credits, you peon. Bye. I mean, I'd assume most of my gen eds. Yeah, at least the gen eds would. Depends on the school. Yep. Because I know from my community college, there was another college I could have gone to just finish off my everything in like a short period of time, but yeah, I can't exactly afford that. Should take you far bit of the way. I don't know, just an idea. Not pushing you one way or the other. Just an idea. I'd have to see. Because my thought process would just be like, yeah, get at least enough credit hours so that I could land remote job, and then I could be stupid, and then we'll see. I'll slowly keep chewing on stuff. My brother had to start college over basically after getting his associates in music because my school of the arts here is stupid. I see. Oof. Hale jail. What the heck? Where is this? From the Eternal Garden, Hale jail. See your corpses too. Yeah, none of his credits transferred. Oh my gosh. That is my fear. Shiny people say I play piano good. I'm something of a pianist. But nothing to show for it, I guess. Yeah, and that would, I mean... my shiny paper that says I could do computer stuff is very useful these days. In the world of AI. Would I just go to I don't know, something generic, just business, or... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I have a bit of choice paralysis, I suppose. My brother became CPA because money. I do like money. I do like the ability to be stupid. Well, it's either that or applying for the state over and over again and over again. I think I did like 40 apps, like, the past couple months alone. And it's just like, nah. Nah. I think there's like transferology or whatchamacallit. I can show you what credits should transfer over. Perhaps. I don't know how I feel about being a government asset. Meh. Technically, by taking financial aid for college, I already am one. But I guess I'll just be like a great president and avoid the incoming draft. My buddy's being loaned to another office next week. Oof. You just do that, like, okay, you're working here next week, have fun. Being deployed. Being redeployed. Oh yeah, I need explosive rocks. I should be excavating. I should not be ignoring these. I guess that's why part of me has been kind of staying hopeful that streaming and or YouTube would end up paying for itself eventually, but yeah. That's sort of what got me mentally burnt out the first year and just sort of like, I think it's just more fun when I try to have more fun with it. Would have thought. Here I thought my hours would get cut. Nope. Oh. Money at least. That's what I always say when I get overtime. Overtime and having to deal with students that have no critical thinking. Oh, I guess there has to be some sort of retribution for it. I feel like salary's a scam. Well, at least in Nigel's case, when his salary is just like, wake up, log in, go back to bed. Maybe it is a scam, it's just sort of a different aspect. They're working overtime for a month. Big taxes. And this Grunkle Sam really needs a new fighter jet, in which you'll get like a quarter of that back. Probably, I'll tell you. Uncle Sam always needs a new fighter jet. She ain't Wind Waker anymore. Yeah, did you know when you beat Wind Waker, it turns into a different game? We go a couple console generations up, actually. It's probably nice. That's why it's my favorite game of all time. My state's pretty butt for taxes. I would kind of think my state would be butt because blue, because we give a lot of money towards services, but I don't know. Well, welcome back, Luna. Speaking of, it'll be tax season, isn't it? There's been a mild worry that stuff like Free Tax USA might get a little whammied because of stuff. So I'm hoping that's not the case. I've been making my taxes easy, pretty darn easy the past couple of years. I kind of want to keep it that way. You know, it's usually a lot of waiting from the robotics. I'll have to get my papers in. Maybe things will be a lot faster now that we have an actual CEO. I heard that was closing down soon. I don't want to use Frin TurboTax. I'm good. Me and my homies hate TurboTax. I stopped using TurboTax because they started charging more every year. I'm like, I'm not, like, I'm when I was getting a lot less hours, I was getting like maybe like $50 back from the state, and even then that would equal out because I would pay for TurboTax, and then then government would charge me because I make money off Twitch. Like, oh, you made $50 off of Twitch? You owe us some schmackaroos. But I will admit, I was a bit more stupid with my money in retrospect the past couple of years. Well. Yeah. It'd be how do. This discipline is a skill, not a talent. It's crazy how government knows exactly how much you owe them, but won't tell you how much just for you to figure out. Just enough? No. Jail. I need to find that. I love that little short comic. Well, I'm hoping I got something out of my return this year, so I could put that towards clown car fund. What the heck? What? What? That's a crab? Hmm. Tishby the crab cycle. Everything evolved back to crab. What was the other one? A lot of things evolve into crab, a lot of things evolve back into, something else. I forgot. I think I've been watching too many Tierzu videos. Tierzu and, the other one that talks about dinosaurs. It is, that whole... That's gonna be a difficult thing, now that I think about it, because the whole thing of like, yeah, at least when I doodle, I can have something in the background. At least when I edit, I can have something in the background. At least when I do X thing, I can have something listening to in the background. But when I inevitably need to learn something about music, it's just like, oh, I need to withstand my little timeline here of beeps and boops. Oh, yeah, I've been writing too, yeah. I haven't done any coding in a bit, but maybe that would probably help me get motivated. I concentrate better in silence unless I'm doing a tedious task like sewing. Yeah, I think it also depends a lot on mood. I guess there's also like if I have to learn something, then I have to do it in silence. But if I'm just like, yeah, I guess I'll kind of fall into the same thing, wouldn't it? Just doing something tedious. I need to put my full brain power into a thing. Me after I blast on my eardrums because I cannot raw dog anything anymore. Maybe that's why I never really studied. I don't know. I've never really had to study. I mean, a couple of times. Like during pre-calc and pre-calc and biology, but that is always more memorization over actually learning something. These, they're longfish. Got the eels. Oh. Oh. Or like the little fellas that I saw in the first area. Where'd he go? I think there's a couple that are more stationary. Should probably scan those. Get him? Yeah. That was a bit annoying to scan. That reminds me, you'll be exposed to my music taste, Joe. Oh. I think I've grown quite accustomed to that over the years of a lot of people's varying music tastes. Yeah, I suppose likewise. Oh, dang, yes, it's been a while since we've done the music map, like music sharing, in a bit with the ledge. I haven't exactly been in VR in a good bit, but I guess that's the one cool thing, but VR is just like, if you don't use it for a bit and you come back, you get like, oh, wow, wow, VR, wow. I guess it's like swimming. Or swimming after a long time and just being like, wow, swimming. Is the map even up anymore? I tried checking it a while back and it was not working for me. Huh? Let me see. It was fun though. Yeah, the music orb map. I see it. Yeah, it says 28 people are in the audio orbs map right now. Oh, you're talking about specific, like, audio, like the audio animation maps? Which I don't know about. Nige knows more about those than I do. Because that's what he actually looks for. It was the music orb one. Weird. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. Maybe, oh, I hope not. Well, I guess it wouldn't show up if it was private. Odd. I don't know. Could be likely it was privatized for a little bit, for an update or something, but I haven't. That looks like a button. Like a button would be here. Anyways, well, what I thought I wanted to finish earlier was just like, I still find it funny whenever we do the audio orb and the music sharing. It's just sort of like, Miggy puts on his, it's like, ah yes, I like this music because pretty woman singing. And it's an orchestral sort of thing. And then Nige puts on his sad boy emo music, and then here I am like, hey guys, use my power metal. I like my loud, intensive music, high energy music. It keeps the voices away. No, and well, well, I joke about that, but it's more like I don't know. It's something weird about high energy stuff. It's how I get to my ideas sometimes. How do you get your ideas? I stare off to the distance. And usually nothing comes to mind. But I guess I'm also that sort of meme of like people having their playlists like not there's no real thematic to my playlist. It's just sort of, well, the only one there is just the Redvox one, but that's just a bunch of sad dad music. High BPM music at 1 AM can change lives. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes just like, oh, that's a good track. Ooh, maybe I should use this energy for writing or something. My other things gather here. Yeah, totally. Heights folder of OCA and B thumbnails. Those were simpler times when you could just make a Naruto AMV and then it would just... that would just be what you would do. Gotta miss like late 2000s, early 10s YouTube. I guess people still making MVs, don't they? It has, well, YouTube Shorts has kind of become an outlet for that. Yeah, music has to fit the mood of what you're doing. To be honest, back when I would write, I had to fit the mood of the scene. I hired to like in Park MV when I was 12 with my jam. I have so many unfinished storyboards. All my unfinished storyboards are in my brain. Well, I managed to finish a couple of them at the very least. I'm happy about that. Or applied them to paper. Applied them to screen paper. I don't know. Sometimes, at least in my thought process, you really need to pull teeth. You gotta. Although maybe it's not good, but you gotta squeeze out them ideas somehow. At least that was for one of my projects that I started this year. I was like, I'll sit down and be like, okay, I need to at least. I may not have many ideas, but at least we'll try to do 5 or 4, something, to get the gears turning. Oh, I think it's 3 off. Is that enough? Nope. Okay, I'll probably just have to come back. This goes. Sandy ice. Ah, great. I love sand. I love ice. I have a book I write projects in. Yeah, that's what I have a notebook that I would write in, but then my pen started dying on me. I think a lot of the pens that I have dried out on the inside, so keeps it out of my brain. Oh, I have to look out on the floor now for these things, because we got that over there. I do like to write physically, but it's just sort of like, I don't know, sometimes my brain goes faster than my fingers can write. So I would rather type it out, because I could type just a bit faster than I could write. But then that becomes difficult, because it's kind of like, well, my brain needs to be in a good spot, or else I just sort of like type out fried, unfinished thoughts, as you've seen. I'll be a Michua again. I could get more pencils and inks. Rip wallet. Can't remember the last time I actually used a pen and wrote an actual paper. There's something still nice about it. I don't know. Maybe it is within human design to like creating something physical, even if it's just like marks on a piece of paper. Like, yes, I did this. Oh, I'm gonna draw like this sun. Life good. Life good. Draw sun. My handwriting must be screwed up by now. It's kind of how I felt when I was, you know, I'll always be in the eternal step of getting used to my drawing monitor, but like, I would practice with my handwriting on there. I've always been kind of proud of my handwriting. I think most of the time it looks pretty nice. I don't know. It looks nice to me. I enjoy it. Am I even getting? Wait, this is a dead end. There's no wait. Oh. It was nice seeing that I haven't exactly atrophied a whole ton. Can I please climb this? There we go. Guess it's always more muscle memory than anything. I'd write physically more if I had nicer handwriting, not gonna lie. I get reminded of how bad it is every time I write out to get labels. Just be a skill. Or you just have the makings of being a doctor. Doc, what's this? Ibuprofen. Actually, why is it that doctors have bad handwriting? Could it be from all the caffeine they have to take in order to withstand a heavy workload? I think it's because they have to sign off crap all day. Yeah, alright, fair enough. Yeah, why put effort into something you gotta do 50 times? You have the old weird form of shorthand, I think, to save time. Whoa. Oh. Oh. Yeah, makes sense. I guess there was always that little thought in the back of my head of like, yeah, you're good at typing. You could probably learn how to do the type of typing that they do for court hearings and stuff, but oof. I mean, it pays well, but that would be listening to a lot of legal jargon and crimes. And you could, isn't it like 90 words per minute? I think I'd do like 70 at my peaks. It's not something crazy, but yeah, if I practice more, I probably could. Time to actually put up typing out of dead and do that for like a bajillion years. But either way, it's a whole different typing. It's not. It's a whole different typing style, different typing keyboard, all that fun stuff. Clerk of court be boring. Shit, tish money. I wouldn't exactly argue all the jobs I've had in the past have been exciting. Getting the paycheck is exciting though. Till you hear crazy court cases of these. Yeah, I need to have my oath of no chisme. She pooped on your bed? What the heck? There's a few and far between, and usually arbitrated out of court. Yeah, getting money is great. I could agree with that. Yeah, see, I'm cursed with, oh, this job is boring, I can't do it. Maybe it's a sort of... Can you please go back? There we go. Maybe it's a sort of semblance of desperation of like... well, here's a job that pays well. Staring at paint dry? Okay. Ugh. I don't trust these. I feel like the ground would give if I were to walk on those. That'd be torture, not gonna lie. It probably would. Yeah. Where does this go? I kind of wanted to keep gathering here for a bit longer. Wait, idle. Oh, wait, front area. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Idle. I don't remember these giant purple masses, though. Oh well. Oh, am I done with all those? Yes. I just wanted to check the other side if there's anything else to gather. Yeah, yeah, I'd have a boring job if it means there's not much to do. Would you like to work for the government? You would just have to, like, fight the bajillion other people who also want easy nothing job. Or, fight the AI bots that will just toss your application into the trash. Okay. Are you challenging me? Ow. I'll have to do a charge attack. I need food. They're probably gonna drop crap that'll be too heavy, but at least I'll take their food. Oh, that's not worth it at all. Dual bows, what the heck? Actually, someone has finished their dinner, or making dinner. Finished making dinner. I can English. No, I can't. I figure as long as you could get goof off when there's not much to do. Or at least do other stuff on PC or phone, whatever. Like a job where there's nothing to do, but you have to look busy. Would suck. Oh, I'm good at looking busy. Ugh. I have to do that a ton when I have my 12-hour shifts at the restaurant, like in the back room. So it was dad to bring sent home, and I think that was out, you know, period of I want real PC. I usually watch Joe stream while at work, at least when it's not busy. Naughty, naughty. I'd love looking busy. 'Tis what I'm used to. Can we work or send me home to do my own work? I think I would already probably think that way if I had more default hours. But like, it's sort of like, yeah, I have 4 hours this week. I had 4 hours last week. I had 5 hours the week before. I think, I think I'm fine with staring at a wall for a bit. Now if it was like, yeah, with a few of overtime, be like, yeah, you know what, I would rather be home than serve another hour of overtime. I'm very tempted to step on these. Okay, good, there's decorative, okay. At least those were. Do we knock on Bodrid's front door here? And he'll be like, Subarashi. A young boy with a black whistle already? Actually, oh, yeah, be like, what, why? How did you manage that? I wanted to explore more of this place, but I guess that... Suppose I cannot. To Abyss. I have a feeling this is post movie. I'm a little afraid of tapping on that. So I'm gonna head back. Yeah, I remember I knew somebody a couple years back when I was more a part of Frost Prime's little circle. There was somebody in there that had worked for, they were essentially a Facebook moderator. It looks pretty familiar, yeah, it does. Which, they would spend a lot of their time talking on Discord, because, was it Slack, or was it their Facebook thingy? Looked a lot like Discord Lite mode. said I would just waste a lot of time on there. If I don't wanna think about doing that, because would require, or did require, that guy to have gone through a lot of bad. I don't think I have the mental for that sort of thing. I have it bad enough sometimes, or you know, had at one point, because at least now you could have options of like turning off autoplay on videos and, you know, spoiler tags when people used it, of course, appropriately. Makes me thankful we are mostly out of that era of the internet of like, hey, would it be funny if we gave you this video that is very funny, man getting hit with hammer in forehead, very funny. Very, very glad we are past that era, mostly. Guess that also is doubly impacted by the people you hang out with, because, well, I feel that happened a lot more when at school, kids being like, hey, look at this funny video of a horse, it's funny. No. Do you hang out with psychos? Yes. That'd be children. Nah, man, it's a funny horse video. It's funny. No. Whoa, what the heck? There's something down there. Yeah, we're not police like us. Doesn't help that people kind of tried to be edgy as possible in that era. Yeah, that was also the, yeah. I try people look back on the, early 2000s as the, yeah, emo, yeah. We were dark and brooding and watched videos of people dying for fun. So I don't get why people complain about the internet being sanitized, more sanitized these days. Like 2016-ish internet was crazy. Yeah, late, early 2000s, yeah, it was pretty crazy. I meant to get the crabs move over there. How do I get up there? Oh, no, there's one there. Makes me feel old. That's like almost 10 years ago. Yeah. People still say that the PS4 is not retro. No, the PS4 is older than the Super Nintendo was when the PS4 came out. So yeah, PS4 is retro. I'm playing a retro game right now. Technically speaking. I should rewatch that video of the creatures picking up the PS4 on launch day. Man. That'd probably make me sad though, of seeing a lot, like, all those people in those videos being young. What happened? Oh, no, the time just went by. That's all what happened. So the Switch is also retro now. Yeah, it is. The whole. Sure. You know what? We'll make it easy. Sure. Whatever. I won't fight it. $2017. Yeah, it is. I say, but no. But the previous gen doesn't really count as retro half the time. But like, That's going to be 9 years ago, which if we're to have like go back to 2014 for launch date, yeah, 2014, so that's 03. 03 was like near Xbox. Xbox is pretty much retro. OG Xbox. Wow. What's happening? Where's the time gone? Away. Did I just backtrack? I backtracked. I wanted to see where that went. I still have to cope with the fact that DS is considered retro. Oh yeah, DS at this point is ancient. It really hurts when the amount of like what's a DS like when you see those memes of like parents coming to your room and then Mario says bye bye when you close it. The DS will never be retro. There are kids that don't know what it is. Oh, it's that old console mom and dad had. Whoa. What the heck? That is a very, very steep price head up there. Okay. Anything I could, no. Kids don't know what a floppy disk is. Whatever. Me and my ancient Taco Bell floppy disk game I got in the meal. Some of them don't understand the concept of a DVD. I forgot how crusty DVDs could be. And we are somewhat approaching a point where Blu-rays are going to be reaching their expected life. Well, expectancy. Because Blu-rays, or at least the very early ones, were rated to have or sustain data confidently for 20 years. I think DVDs are double that. VHS tapes, I forget. Well, usually tapes are really good unless mold. Well, mold kind of kills everything, doesn't it? Mold and/or magnets. I have some tapes that are pretty eaten. My only tapes right now are just like the first three Star Wars movies. All the James Bonds, or at least all the old ones that were ever released on VHS. And I think I have a Game Shark VHS tape and a like tips and tricks tape for NES games. I'm pretty sure it was like something. It was a mail order thing you had to do. I remember finding that at a thrift store, and I was like, "Oh, I get a tape that shows me how to play Mega Man." I watched them 5 billion times. Yeah. I'm happy we use Flash now. Yeah, it's nice, but it all comes down to feelings sometimes. Whoops. I can show you my collection of tapes, but that requires me to go into the basement and hide if it feels. Is it cold, dark, and scary down there? Last time I was down there, I saw toad skeleton in the middle of the floor. What? You have a basement that decorates itself for Halloween? Stop. I always say optical media bad while collecting optical media. Yeah, I already got that Bring a Studio energy of like, Bring a Studios really hates optical media, but like, I like the idea of this game is housed within this spherical object. And thus when I put it in my spherical object reader, it shall play. Nah, it's just nasty down there. It's the only floor of the house we don't actually tend to. Crazy. It's a love-hate relationship, to be honest. Well, I feel more often than not these days it's a bit of a hate because of games not actively having games on it. It's just all it's all download codes. I wish I had been. I think that's mostly impacting me with the Switch 2. Just kind of like avoiding anything that's a key card game. I think is Legend Z a key card game? I don't remember. I think just for being stubborn in my physical collection brain, I'm just gonna be like, oh, I'll just buy the Switch 1 and pay the $10 to upgrade it. Even though at the end of the day, it's still a code. It's just more of the more of the stuff is on the cartridge. Thankfully not. Okay. Can we say screw HDDs? But I like the little clicking it does. I like the whirring it does. When I was setting up my jellyfin, it was like, oh yeah, hard drives make these noises. It's thinking. It's so slow I cannot. That's what RAID is for. I mean, I just use it for videos. Either editing. Well, editing is kind of annoying when I finish a render. For really big projects like the long play, because I save it to HDD, it's just sort of like, well, I'll just have Vegas in limbo for a while, and we'll just hope that it doesn't crash when it's rendering. Actually, is that a thing? Is there? Oh, it's thinking. It's doing something. It's alive. No, that one was open, so it was making a lot more noise than would normally be. At least for the more retro PCs, I've seen a good amount of people, even though they use compact flash for their OSs, they still have like a, well, sometimes they put a little speaker so that they have the hard drive noises. Always found that interesting. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, that's just how it is a retro tech. It's always more about the feeling. It's never suitable. But in my case, for having hard drives for long-term storage is just always like, I'm poor. I could get 6 terabytes for like half of what it would be if it was flash storage. I should get out of here. I have enough things. ADE, the compact flash, is a blessing. Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna have to drop one of these things. I'll drop like, what, 2 of these? One of those. I should get out of here. I've been dumb. I've been taking curse damage. I need to get out of here. Wait, please. 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 Why can't I descend? I'm pressing the button. Whatever. It's fine. I was fully prepared to get face planted on the floor there. It would have been a little bit of damage. It would have been fine. I do find it still funny how very long-term storage is still like magnetic. Is anyone? Yeah. Okay. This was a dead end. Or is it? What's that? Still those big old tapes for very long-term storage. And those things are like ultra slow. Maybe there's something newer, or maybe I wouldn't be surprised if they also have some sort of like onboard flash to help with stuff that is a bit more prevalent or like looked up more often. It's been a long tirade just to say that, man, I wish hybrid drives were like a thing still. Some sort of hybrid, like, just imagine like a 3 terabyte, just like 1 terabyte flash and 2 terabytes hard drive or something. So you have a little bit of both. I guess there's a reason why it hasn't really come back, but I think they're neat. Okay, we go from Eternal Garden. Oh, yeah, okay. I think hybrid drives are like barely being deleted from existence when I was building a PC. They weren't really an option. Well, they were never really an option. They were not much more than a novelty, which really sucks. If someone puts something in long-term storage, there's no need for fast read times because you normally don't access that data anyways. That's not the point of tape storage. Yeah, fair. Suppose not. Tis true. Maybe in my mind I'm still like got Intel Optane on the mind, I guess. Oh gosh, yeah. And, I want to stick with Intel Optane just to experiment with it, but like with how flash storage is, those might become even more expensive because they've been abandoned, and then now there's even less of them. Optane, that sure was a thing. Can you imagine the amount of money Intel could print if they could keep with Optane or have some sort of like different iteration of HBM right now? I know they're very, very different things, but like, I thought. Again, you're challenging me. Oh, you dodged. Oops, I actually won. What? I'll avoid that little straight into then. We'll go around. All around this way. The amount Intel could make by making a high-end GPU with perfect driver compatibility. Compatibility. There we go. That's how we English. I've been speaking a lot. They'll blame it on that. I heard Arc was doing pretty good these days. And you can still get the, what was it, B770s for like under MSRP. Probably not for much longer. But I had kind of wanted an Arc GPU so I could have that be in my Jellyfin server, but I remembered, oh yeah, I have a 1660 Ti, which works just fine. Has been working just fine. It's not like I have it actively encode stuff in real time, so. But 1660 Ti is so overkill. I have a particular like OEM one because with my HTPC case, there's no space on top of the GPU for power, so it needs to have a power port in the back, and so I forgot what OEM it was. Maybe it was HP. They had 1660 Ti's have the power in the back. Like, well, originally I was trying to get a R9 Nano or something of the sort, something very small but very powerful. But I just saw 1660 Ti for much cheaper than a Nano. I just use QuickSync Intel N100, which is Alder Lake, I think. No, in my mind it was just something more. Even though it would have been overkill, it would have been a bit more power efficient. Which, I mean, it doesn't entirely matter if it is power efficient because I don't have my Jellyfin PC on at all times. I'm just like, well, I might watch something later, so I'll have this on, or I need to do some maintenance on it, so we'll have it on. Which I need to do that because I'm behind on One Piece, and you know, the season's over. I should probably have that on my hard drive. Oh, right. Yeah. I went with the 1660 Ti instead of Intel Arc because all my secondary PCs have been like stuff I gotten from my robotics group, and so that system is like a really old. Was it an i7 3770 or something? It's a very old i7, but as HTPC is more than enough because I had a Core 2 Quad as my original HTPC back one. And yeah, it would not have worked well with Intel Arc because I have no rebar. No rebar. If I need a GPU, it would be an Arc 310 just for AV1. AV1 is very nice. It's kind of like the main thing I've been enjoying a lot from, oh boy. From my 4000 series. Although, well, for VR, it's been a little hit or miss. I think I went back to hardware encoding because, hard to describe, but there would be like a jelly effect sometimes with AV1 when I'll use that for VR, which not normally too prone to VR nausea, but when it feels like I'm moving through like not wafting, but moving through goo. They don't do. Well, if I had the option, I'll take NVENC every day, but it's the thought that counts. I mean, well, if streaming platforms could take AV1, that'd be nice. I could have a bit more of a sharper stream at a lower bitrate, which hopefully people could enjoy. Or even like, you know, imagine 720p, but like a lot more crispier. So people that are watching on phones or whatever, or, you know, enjoying the lack of good internet or transcoding. I have not checked, because I know a lot of streamers, at least in the Monster Hunter scene, where they always talk about, yeah, I got no transcoding, no transcoding. Sure, I don't know. This kind of feels like one of those things of like, well, it's out of mind, it's out of thought. I'm not gonna worry about it. Well, after all that mess, I have a new skill point. And I got 2 points. I think emergency dodges would be a lot easier for melee. Does your text-to-speech work? Maybe? I had it set up for VR. Why? Cautiously looks to the side. I think I just set it up and it was like, eh, it's working. Don't need to worry about it unless it breaks somehow.
Gilly Cat wrote, does it work too?
So, it appears yes. Yippee! That is my armor set fully done, and now it is super freaking heavy. Yippee! Wow, that's like plus 300 defense with that. My gosh. That is a lot of slots. I see you are smart and have it on cooldown. Yes. You are not the same as Goo Gang. My brain is Goo though. Are you saying Goo Gang isn't smart? We are all geniuses, obviously. Everybody's a genius in their own way. Wait, arm injury resistant? This one was leg. Oh yeah, right. And thrive on chaos. For 'tis a mind of a genius that is at their lowest when wrongfully removed from whimsy. And y'all are yappers.
Gilly Cat wrote, Gilly Cat said, Gilly Cat is typing, Gilly Cat says hello, 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 hello.
Hello, hello, hello. I forgot what I used for that. I forgot. Well, while I do have the defensive means of fighting Ozen, I do not have the offensive means. So maybe I'll look up if I could get funny thingy for that. But you're right, audio just works here, it stops working over there. Just beat the cool trademark. Can you please move? Uh-oh. Yeah, right. I need to. I forgot to ask. My brain was a little bit too fried yesterday. And I forgot to ask my family for pictures that they took. Because of course they take a lot of pictures, much to my unphotogenic dismay. You cannot get in if you cannot out the city for 1 minute. Go to Yap and a big dumpy apparently. There's a beep when you go backwards. Should go be a competition now. Maybe do I have to do sit-ups or something? Sit-ups, freaking squats or something. Just be like Zach and do freaking squats every couple of seconds. Squats as a stim. Sure is nice getting all these scales when I don't need them. It's nice. That was not a challenge. I know. Tis was a silly thought.
これがアビスの現実ってやつ。
Are you challenging me? How strong am I that I'm able to just make this guy do cartwheels midair? Wow, these guys hurt. Oh my gosh. Even with this armor.
こんな子供にやられるとは。
1v1 me. Final destination, no items, restock. I think my controller is dead for my Switch. I need to charge that eventually. Fox only. What is this friend Brawl? When I played a lot of Fox and Toon Link and Brawl. And Luigi. Man. I'm still a little bit upset they changed Luigi in Smash Ultimate. But what can you do? Brawl. Yeah. The best Smash Brothers. Yeah, no, picking Meta Knight. Okay. Remember when I was Babi, how like I would just fight against level 9 Ikes in order to get better at the game. Brawl's too slow. I think that maybe the other games are just too fast. It still sucks how Sakurai's logic for not making another subspace emissary is just like, well, people are just gonna be sharing the cutscenes all over YouTube and stuff. Like, there's no. Maybe it is a bit of Kojumbo Kojima energy, being like, yeah, I want to make a movie, but I want to make video games. Nothing beats the Wiimote speaker yelling at you. Yeah. That was Eternal Garden, Sandy Ice Area 1, which, do I want that? That was here too. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Either way, wasn't I missing like a handful of things? Yes, okay. I think my main, well, Sakurai just does what he wants and he has every right to. Yeah, with the, with his ball and chain being like, Sakurai, we have a Smash Brothers and we want you to be the main producer, director. Yeah, he basically made a mini subspace and Kirby Air Riders. Yeah, I really want to buy the new Kirby Air Riders, but I cannot. As much as I would love to play it and would enjoy it as a multiplayer party game, I can't really make it make monetary sense. Well, I can't do that. I didn't do that with Metroid Prime 4 either. But I'm like, Ambush. I need to play a new Sambus game. What is this? Oh yeah. What was I going to say? It is a sort of goal that I want. If I were to ever like learn music, or not even learn, but like make my own track. Kirby outsold DK in Japan, by the way. My gosh. Yeah, it would be to learn how to have a musically nostalgic feeling to it. Like there's really something about the Final Destination track for Brawl that really makes it stand out against like all of them. So, I don't, something about that track really pulls you back in time, or really gives a nostalgic feeling to it. That and the intro to Monster Hunter Tri 3 Ultimate. Something about that track. It's very powerful. I do not know how to put it into words. Not just 1 month, just an entire year, which is crazy. Kirby had 2 months. The Kirby yearn for Boyo. Eternal Garden. Sandy Area 1. That went to... Yes, okay. So I need to go to this one. I'm trying to think of something else. I mean, of course, there's tracks and like when you hear, you're like, oh man, I'm like 12 again. It's like me with a decent amount of Ratchet and Clank tracks. Like the Coordinated Gears boss fight. It's like, oh man, I'm 12 years old again. Wow. I'm like, wait, more than that, but. I love feeling nostalgic. I am the reason why we are stuck in this era of looking back at, oh gosh, the early 2000s, the early noughties. Oh my, I was right to be, okay, what the heck are these guys? I hope I don't have to fight those. What time is it right now? Backpack so large. Yes. It's really hard to see my character. Dang. I wonder if I'm at that point with streaming, like, it's like, yeah, I streamed this like 8 years ago. Oh yeah, I streamed this 8 years ago. I guess it wouldn't hurt to restream it. Time to replay Okami. Time to replay, Trauma Center? Trauma Team? I forgot. Bad at remembering names sometimes. Yeah, let me just redo my first year of streaming again. Time to replay Monster Hunter World. Gosh, would I even try to get like really good ranks on each like Trauma Center thingy? Right. Never streaming Trauma Center again except when I play the sequel. Trauma again. Can you do the one stream, but it's just a bug again? Or I think it was. Wait, I think it was Trauma Team because I think that was the Wii one. I played a lot more Wii games in the first year of streaming. Because that was easy because I had the Wii U. Well, still have the Wii U, but like you know what I mean. Oh gosh, well, first year of streaming, yeah, redoing 3 Ultimate. Another year, another file of 3 Ultimate being brewed up. I could fall within Lumber's sin and make use of the heavy ball gun glitch. So I could cheese my way through most of the game. Okay, we're done here. I need to go to... that one. Can we do it for a subathon? Heck, what I do for the subathon, I don't know. I still believe it is an odd feeling that people want to toss money at me. That is me. I'm just happy to make people's days better. I put you in for soloing for a subathon. Oh, I could do that. Yeah, okay. I could, that's a thought. I could redo my rocket lock. I could reattempt that. Active volunteer now for it. Okay. What I'm told. I would have been like, well, be either that or me sort of doing a horror game, I don't know. But it will be something I would choose, like a Silent Hill or a Resident Evil. Because people would be like, yeah, do VR Phasmo. No. Only if the rest of the people with me in Phasmo are in VR too. That would be my that would be my rationale. Did someone mention Joe play Resident Evil? VR Resident Evil is fun. VR Phasmo. I don't think I've ever screamed on stream before. I think I want to keep it that way. Whoa. I mean, there have been instances at Lethal Company with the masked usually, but it was never a full-on scream. Maybe just a surprised gasp or a yelp. I don't know. But isn't RE4 VR an Oculus thing only? No, if I were to do the if I were ever do RE or Silent Hill, I would do the PS1 versions first, just to, you know, have my Final Fantasy VII moment of like, yes, here's the original in my mind. Here is the remix. RE Silent VR. Oh, I thought. I shows you what I know. I only thought RE4 was the only VR one. RE7's a good sort, not gonna lie. Yes, but that goes against my autism of like, it needs to be in order. It's a difficultism to fight. I thought RE7 was PSVR only. PSVR is pretty darn cheap. If you want a cheap headset, well, cheap, a really old headset, you would get a PSVR and a PC adapter. It wouldn't be great. It would not be a great experience I recommend to a lot of people, but tis exists. And I have a PS4 Pro, so it would be fine for PSVR, I think. I see those things for like dirt cheap on auction sites. RE7 got me into Resident Evil. I found the stories interesting, because I really did enjoy watching Vinny, or like half the time more like listening. Because I'm a very scaredy cat. But of course there was like, big woman. Big woman. oh, scary. Oh, cannot watch. Bye. Yeah, but the story was interesting though, from what I perused of Village. I wonder if the, what would they call OG RE4 entertained me enough. I think, well, RE4 is interesting, and it's more, that one's, well, early REs are way more campy. I've never been into tank controls. Tossing new crap out. There's a lot of Dreamcast horror games, like Illblade and that's the first one that comes to mind. Well, at least in my mind, I feel playing older ones might be easier because of its graphical. I say graphical infidelity as an opposite to their graphical fidelity, just to show that, yeah, these games are crusty, but I'm not sure if that sounds right. Never played Resident Evil, just watch other people because they're not for me. Yeah. Do you like fixed camera angles? Well, I'm used to them because of all the JRPGs I played, or at least the early PS1 stuff. That's just how it is. Because that's old Resident Evil. I think I've come to terms that anything, anything really old, it would just be a lot of, what's the word? A lot of adjustment, readjustment. Silent Hill is the same way in some areas. The problem is Silent Hill is like such a... It doesn't matter if the graphics look like poop. It doesn't matter if they look like doo-doo feces, because like that atmosphere is incredibly timeless. And I went through tank controls with Shenmue, so that's not like the worst thing in the world. Although, that's a very different comparison, because Shenmue is pretty open. By design. Shenmue made my freaking hand hurt pretty badly after that big tournament that you do in Shenmue 2, man. Well, at least my buddy said, yeah, at least you'll be decent at, what was it, Virtual Fighter? Because it's literally the same control scheme. I think. Which made me really upset that Shenmue 3, like, undid all that, because, like, oh, my knowledge, it's gone. I really did not like the combat in Shenmue 3. There was a lot about Shenmue 3 I did not really gel with, but I think that's a commonality for a lot of long-term fans. I like Guilty Gear, the art. Yeah. But again, fighting game. Wasn't that where that art trend came out of doing the Jacko pose? I don't remember. Fighting games can be fun with the right people. I mean, yeah, they're meant to be party games, but like, if you play it against people who actually know what they're doing, then you're just gonna have a bad time. That's why it kind of sucks that Smash Brothers is like the only party fighting game. Because I know at least on Dreamcast there's like Power Stone that I've kind of wanted to try. No, I want more than basic fighting game story. I want more. Right. Because of the art and the character design. Dang, I have so many leaves. There we go. Don't forget about Rivals, Joe. Eh? Rivals? Rebellios. Oh, Rivals Aether. Oh. Oh. Yeah, I couldn't get into that game. I like, what was it called? I need to open up Steam. There's this, like, Smash, like, that's really good, that I remember playing a lot. Plus Steam Workshop equals funny. Yeah. Yeah, Slap City, that's what it was called. Yeah, I love Slap City. Yeah. That's a good party fighting game. Okay, wait, am I done here? I'm done with all of this. Okay, so it's literally the only things left is just murder. Or maybe progress. Let me see about getting out of here. And then maybe I will interact with the thingy that feels like the end. I mean, there's still a lot of stuff I want to do in here, but maybe, it'll end up being something I'll do off stream. I don't know. In my Chibo hunting mind, I'm like, huh. Do I need to do every quest thingy in order to get all the Chibos? But, speaking of, wait a minute. To have unfinished business with Ozen, but maybe on stream it will be a good narrative that, like, yeah, ooh, I became insanely powerful, but Ozen was still too much. I think that would be a good canonical headcanon. Either way, from what I perused, it appears that maybe I need a cheat weapon in order to deal with her. Which, again, makes sense in my mind. Water crystals 2. No, I think it was idle front, and then front, and then that was really tall. I would cosplay Ozen. I feel like Ozen's proportions are such that you could probably have some sort of stilts or some sort of elongation to help. Either way, she's like hunched over, so like she's hunched over most of the time, so it wouldn't really matter if you were like her full height. I would not commit to platform boots. Why can I not descend from there? That's weird. Well, I mean, yeah, it sounds kind of annoying and dangerous. Having to sort of, yeah, balance for long periods of time. And or bump into things or people, you know. Yeah. Unnecessary risks. I understand. Yeah, well. Okie dokie, from here. Internal garden, and then from there I can leave. Dang. How long have I been going on for? My... Oh, well, my recording says nearly 3 hours. Okay. Oh, well, in my head, I'm making up for not finishing Wind Waker last time and just having to do 2 things today. Oh. Sorry, Luna, I can't be 6 foot. Teacher lie, I sound the way I sound, but I am not 6 foot. I'm nowhere near 6 foot. I am but a small goblin. You're basically the same height as me, what do you mean? I know, well, you know. Maybe it shows a little mental of myself, but like, I met my own mental image, but like, I can't really think of anything I would cosplay as outside of Shinpachi. Just freaking end up being a generic American boy wearing a kimono and waving around a wooden sword, just because I have glasses. Yeah. The air up here ain't so great anyways. Wow. I cosplayed only men this year. Oh. I mean, it does sound fun. I just don't really know what I would fit as. And there's also just sort of the other thing of like, yeah, I'm dressing up to look like this character, but I also don't want people's eyes on me. I'd rather just hide in the shadows. Or underneath someone else's shadow. Oop. Oh, now I get a reason to use all these leaves. You know what? I think it's just one more. One ration would get me out of here. Let's see. finish eating. Okay. Oh, that would kill me. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. I see. Got a Jace cosplayer to touch foreheads with me for a fan service photo.
どうもありがとうございました。
What was I going to do after that? It was... Put all this away. I sell that. I guess I don't really need relic stuff anymore. Yeah, that's all the gathering stuff out of the way. It's literally just murder and one food thing. Fish. But quite honestly, to an aspect, I'm a little mentally done with this game. So, if interacting with that bottom bit finishes the game, then that is okay. His face is so right in the picture.
これでいいかな。これでいいかな。
Actually, I'll hang on to those in case I need them.
ありがとうございました。
なんだよ。
I feel like any picture I'll be taking with you, I'll just be a big old tomato.
これでいいか。毎度あり。
Maybe,
これでいい
possibly.
か。毎度あり。また寄ってくれ。
Oh, no, I need rations. Might get some extra rations if this is indeed my final one.
そうか。
No, what do you mean, no?
ああ、君か。 海外の品物に興味があったらまた来てみてくれ。
Alright guys, time to go on our final dive. Possibly. I had to lean forward to see the emote clear. Don't bark, don't bark. Woof. Don't bark. I need more coffee. CFL. Let's see. Okie dokie, let this go. I'm out of coffee. It was very cold, because my room is cold. thankful I actually put on pajama pants instead of shorts again. 'Cause I actually would have been freezing right now. Let's see. It's pretty hard for me to disassociate people barking or randomly barking, or wooing, or meowing from out of chefs that I've worked with. That includes Wooly. He is technically a chef, even though he is an IT boy. There's something about cooking and being in the heat for too long. It does things to the brain. The heat makes people crazy. Makes them say silly things. I'm also not immune to this. I think most of my inane mentions are from like, oh yeah, it's 4 a.m. and I've been like sitting in a sauna. Not that I'm relatively level-headed when it's cold outside either, but you know. Delusion, somewhat. Wait. Oh, it was that one. Oh, I gotta. Okay, I need to leave us up a string for my thought processing. I just left myself a string for some off-string research. On some classes, potentially. Maybe. Tis a new year. Maybe I should try to learn some other things. I don't know. Bass drumming is slowly making me mad, actually. So yeah, I need to do this quick. Maybe it's meant to be your heartbeat. I don't know. Alright, let's get this over with. You know, there's a whole thing with like the 100 men versus a gorilla sort of thing, of like, yeah, just gorilla just freaking tore this man in half. I'm not fighting him. I don't know, these guys aren't running and I sent that dude flying. Maybe we just need 100 brave men versus one gorilla. Hey guys, today I sent 100 inmates to fight this one gorilla. Let's see what happens. The one that wins gets $1 million. That's a very believable Mr. Beast premise. Yeah, he has gained enough authority to like have inmates attend his games. Oh, who's that? Oh, who's that? I guess it could be a Bond Red. I think I have, well, a very short one. It would give me a mask at the very least. I wouldn't feel so stupid. Bondred. Subarashi.
何を驚いているのですか。君の名前ぐらいわかりますとも。私はボンドルド。奈落の探掘家、黎明鏡と人は呼びます。それで、ここへはどのような用事で来たのでしょう。
There was a piece of art of a Bond Dread that he had like an LED strip instead of the white glowiness. I could probably have that, be in line with that.
ラストダイブへと向かうには、ここから旅立つことになります。ですが、そのためには白笛が必要なのです。
RGB makes him faster. Yeah, about 20%.
見たところ、黒笛しか。おやおや、どうして赤
You mean that's not already an LED strip? Yeah.
何かこだわりが
Just change it so that's RGB instead of a white.
白笛がなければこの先には進めません。どうぞお引き取りください。
Oh. No white whistle.
思いのほか、お若い探掘家さんでしたね。
Oh, this is before the movie because she's still.
おやおや、プルシカ、見ていたのですか？
今の子、私と同じぐらいの年じゃなかった？
通りすがりの探掘家さんですよ。さあ、部屋に戻りましょう。
通りすがりの探掘家。どうしたんだ？私に会いに来たのか？
There was a question. There's exclamation mark here. I had to go here. What?
なんだ、違うのか。たまたま声をかけたのか？
I'm sorry, the yellow paint led me here.
いいけどさ。私も別にあんたなんかに興味ないし。それがあんたの名前？私プルシカ。そんでこの子がメーニャ。なあお前、地上から来たんだろ？お前の話聞かせてくれよ。そうか。お前は友達と一緒にアビスの底を目指してるんだな。
To live life as a small creature.
いいなあ、友達。私、そういう友達いないから。え？メーニャ？メーニャはメーニャだよ。友達だけど、ちょっと違うだろ？あとは、私、グエイラとも仲がいいぞ。でも、あいつはパパの部下だから、やっぱり友達とは違うよな。なあ、お前。
Which RAM do you think Bondred runs on?
探してる友達を見つけたら、私にも紹介してくれる？
Or at least a helmet.
だったら、私がパパに頼んでやる。お前のこと。
おやおや、そういう事情があったのですか。
こいつ結構頑張ってるみたいなんだ。だからパパ、協力してあげてよ。
お友達探しとアビスの底を目指すための手助けですね。
ダメかな、パパ。
ダメなわけがありません。あなたの頼みならパパはちゃんと叶えてあげますよ。
It's that girl who makes that weird comment about Bone Dread. Which one?
可愛い娘のお願いです。君に協力しましょう。ただ、まずは君の実力が知りたいですね。
Gosh, I was barely able to move Ozen. You want me to fight Bone Dread now?
集めてきていただけますか。
Oh. Oh. Oh.
すべてのものを集めたら改めて
Something about when he gets excited about science. He loves science. Do I have a balloon or something? I do not. Okay. Well, I could do some gathering stuff, but it appears there's a couple extra steps before the very end, so most likely off stream I'll focus a bit more on that. And yeah, maybe next time I play this will be the finale. We'll see. Unless I'm like locked in this now, I don't know. Because what time is it? I'm not exactly hungry, but because I had a pretty large breakfast with my leftover gordita. But I think it would be good to eat something else for dinner. It's currently 1:40 a.m. Oh. Those are my usual nocturnal hours, so it's like, oh no, another hour or two, then it's time for bed. I am really hoping I'm not locked in this area, because if I am, that kinda sucks. I held on to R1 for like an extra nanosecond. Photo bag. It's only 1:40. It's not even the witching hour yet. You see, the witching hour is when you have the best ideas. I tried sleeping a few hours ago. I get ready for bed in 20 minutes. Ugh. I have my little process because I cannot sleep easily most times. It's mainly partially why I shower in the evenings and not in the mornings, unless I really have to. Because the well, apparently the cool off after showering helps to get EP. I'm already in bed. Staring at the blue screen, the blue light screen. Exactly. Yeah. It is odd though, because I mean, well, maybe it's just a different form of being tired, but like, being in VR helped a bit as well. At least like the sessions I would have with the lads in VR chat at night, I would just knock out afterwards. Be like, brain tired from staring at stuff. I go eat. Although I do not know how prominent blue light is from VR headsets in comparison to traditional displays, but I'm in bed by 8, but I'm not sleeping till 9. Sleeping in Minecraft, yes. I've never fallen asleep in my VR headset because that's a scary thought. Probably all the strain on your eyes and stuff, and VR helps you tire you out. Maybe. Yeah, maybe it's a doubly compounded thing of mental and physical strain. No, but man, it was real odd being socially tired again. It was because for a lot of people, what I did yesterday is like nothing, but I don't know. First time in a bit that I kind of felt like a minor headache in the back of my head. That went away when I laid down. Go into my anti-socialization, socializing chamber that is under my blankets. Social tax, yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, I'm an introvert because I don't have battery for this crap. I mean, sure, I guess I could delay it with more like interaction, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. That's a hard, interesting thought of like, well, it doesn't really happen when I'm with the lads, but funny brain things. I don't know. Please leave me alone. I feel that. Yeah. Hide under my blankets, toss myself in the mountain of plushies, and be like, this is my recovery time. I want to be left alone. Okay, cool. It appears I can't just leave. Very nice. So I shall do that gathering from Mr. Bonedread next time. And, you know, well, maybe next time will be the finale to this game finally. I have, well, maybe put way more hours into this than most people would. But, I don't know. Maybe for me at this point, just this game just sort of turns into talking game, so I don't really mind that too much. I got to yap for 3-4 hours. My throat is tired because it's not used to 4 hours of yapping. It's used to 3 hours of yapping. Give or take. And it's cold, so. Oh yeah, that's why one of my ideas for an emote was a yapping emote. Maybe I did write that down, I'm pretty sure. But again, that would kind of be used at all times. Chishi would say do. I might have sold stuff I needed. Whoops. No. Let's go for 9. Yep. Yeah. No, my thought process would have been like a 2-frame one. Just have a much faster yaps. Pretty sure I did write down the other idea from the yesterday. Yes. Was that yesterday? Was it? What day is it today? Oh yes, it's Monday. 2 days ago. Well, did I get a new skill point? Yes, I did. I'll plop that into bow. And, you know, out of curiosity, let me look, where's my chibos? Yeah, 6.6 for all trophies, and that's surprising. Chibo. I'm only missing 5. So that one's just beating the game. There's some hidden stuff here, I don't know. There's that one I got by accident. So, I don't know. Could just be completion stuff. It's kind of annoying when stuff is hidden, but... Show hidden information. Oh, there we go. Here. Did I not do this? Okay, so now I'm just doing the game stuff. That's speeding the game. That's playing the game. I might actually get this by default. Once I figure out. No, huh? Wait a minute. What? Okay. No. Yep. All right. Wrong button. Controller, please. Which one was it? The reg episode. I need to probably see about that. It's already a silver. I mean, okay. So I really don't think I need to do anything off stream, actually, at all. It was nice for the points, I guess, but I got the Chibo for like having X amount of points done here, so you know. Again, I've poured way more than the amount of times I think a lot of people would in this type of game. I think most people would just rush until the end, which I get that. I think anything when it comes to anime games, the most interesting things is always just, of course, the characters that you kind of came in for. Main Abyss is a bit different because at least half the Abyss itself is a character, so it is nice to explore the layers, except for the third one. Yeah. But I think I shall call it there for stream. I am quite content to myself that I finished the Wind Waker Rando. That lets me look at my calendar. Calendar. More Metroid Prime 4 tomorrow. New Year's Eve I work. Not a whole ton, but it is late enough that I will not have the time to have an afternoon stream, which is fine. I could probably allocate that time for something else. So I shall return to this on Thursday, and hopefully that day I might beat it. I might beat this game on Thursday. And more Prime 4 on Friday. Pokemon Black 2 on Saturday. And oh wait, no, Friday. Oh, I'm right. I'm busy Friday. I guess Mackenzie will have to wait on Friday, huh? So most likely Prime 4 on Sunday. Okay, well, that's all that is on my mind then. I think I shall call it there for stream. I'll see you guys when I see ya. Hope this stream was fun to watch. I'll see you guys again when I see ya. Repeating stuff. I've become a broken record. But until next time, stay safe, stay hydrated, stay good. Stay goo. Okay, bye.